Moorish MC. Hey yo, good one on this one, Faiz. Beat Sultanate. Use fake judges to rob your accounts in their banks. Use color of law to pull off those pranks. Quick to prove the innocent guilty. Why? Prosecutor can't even prove corpus delicti. No status on record but adjudicate a case. Persons are only on paper, they lie in your face. Corporate wise guys in suits like spies. Lies through black cloaks, note the peeping ties. Servants cause you deaths, leave sleeping smiles. Mom leaves trials, weeping eyes, screeching ties. A set lap throne is where the fake judge sits. Worshipping a fake queen named Elizabeth, wearing a Moorish crown she got from Charlotte in a Moorish gown. Babylon's whore harlot. I'm native to America, been telling ya. Stop calling them enemy when you use their cellular. Contradicting hypocrites, oxymorons. Won't watch class cause idle or Jersey Shore's on. Most sleep like awake and can't be woke. Close the casket on dirty Moors, tossing soap in graves before we throw dirt on them and quote, I'm a rockin' MC flow, float no more in this boat. I witness strange fruit swinging on chains of rope. Snipers see the feathers and move eyes off the scope. Watch what I say, heed what you hear. Proclaim nationality, have no fear. Hear what they want to, share when they taunt you. In a dead state of mind is where they want you. Watch what I say, heed what you hear. Proclaim nationality, have no fear. Hear what they want to, share when they taunt you. In a dead state of mind is where they want you. They pack up sniper rifles and guitar cases. Moorish nationality leaves Vicar stateless. Keep the property, cancel leases and land grants. For every Moor hung scimitar to clan hands. To let it be Ashe is what this man chants. Conscious coons won't bite hands that give them scam grants. Dirty Moors, I see them from miles away. Call them out with black hair until mine are gray. No need to debate them, to deflate them, just make them keep mouth shut, feed them scimitar butts. Let them send their minions and foot soldier pawns. My blade they evade like vamps at dawn. Watch them turn to bats while I'm pulling fangs with pliers. Give respect to doers and I can't stand triers. Can't stand dirty more fucked up liars and frauds. Treasonous conspirators wild like boars. Oh dirty bastard, dirt McGirt Moors. Got death and sulfur sense leaking from your pores. Watch what I say, heed what you hear. Proclaim nationality, have no fear. Hear what they want to, share when they taunt you. In a dead state of mind is where they want you. Watch what I say, heed what you hear. Proclaim nationality, have no fear. Hear what they want to, share when they taunt you. In a dead state of mind is where they want you. Dirty Moors dragging new Moors and beef they can't handle. Won't waste bullets, I beat y'all with sword handles. Or walk the left-hand path and use black candles. Moorish Bobby Hemmett, call Orisha, spitting Jack Daniels. Use the Moorish star on y'all, upside down. Call myself Morisco to cross-check you clowns. Hating, cause Sister Sealer won't sex you clowns. Keep it hookless but jabful and vex you clowns. Don't ask what's up, catch many uppercuts. Pope puts his ring in Dirty Moors' face, they pucker up. Watch out for Dirty Moors down with B systems. Calling them Exum wilderness and praising East wisdom. Plus taking checks like welfare Negroes. Dirty Moors always want to be known as black heroes. More like heroin, not the feminine hero, but the hard drug made to destroy our people. Watch what I say, heed what you hear. Proclaim nationality, have no fear. Hear what they want to, share when they taunt you. In a dead state of mind is where they want you. Watch what I say, heed what you hear. Proclaim nationality, have no fear. Hear what they want to, share when they taunt you. In a dead state of mind is where they want you.
Raka! North Star! That way. The North Star's that way. Canaanland moves. Read off, we pay every day. Okay. Uplift the fee cause we all base. We enforce the law and we obey. Forefathers from before is still today. Reading my Quran and my Torah. Universal laws in more ways. Read 4 chapters, receive it 4 ways. Great divine love rules our verse. Before I circle blocks, man, I circle sevens first. You bust the image, but your rhymes hurt. Declare 13 disrespected earth. Love, but it's all in God's plan. Today's mathematics don't judge a man. Unity of life, embodiment of truth. I'm responsible for every deed, cause I seen the proof. Noble Drew, X. Do I have to draw it out for you? Cause nationality is not a color I can use. Jerry Spruce, standing on my square, even without shoes. On the high authority, spirit of blue. Marcus Garvey, whirlwind ×2. The world's in the wind when the trumpet blew.
Stand up, go into your bathroom. If you got a big floor to ceiling, cut the light on and stand and take a good hard look at yourself. You are the Moorish government, you know, and it took me a long time to get to understand that concept. I self-law am master. If I can govern myself, if I can govern my household, that's what I should be doing. Why should I walk out of my door and then leave everything that I know about myself in the house to go out and adopt something that I have no knowledge thereof? It makes no sense. So we need to stop asking that question. I ask myself this question: if not me, then who?
Death and wisdom, my friends, intelligent creatures, guardians of sacred knowledge, Olmec features, secrets of the afterlife, manifest the present day. Dirty mortals and scoundrels lose their heads in a pleasant way. Deceit and deception, negative past thoughts, keeps awareness on point. Spirit messages never off. Inner realizations, encounter the higher selves. Next plane existence explains my consistence. Without a foe, you never know, so past most resistant. Divinity, my twin flame, side chick and mistress, metaphysic, Kabbalistic, Almaroc mystic, patriarch, papistics, make my thoughts sadistic, so indigenous, call me Americanistic, invoking the ancestors, Saracen cryptic, suns on rotation, flows ecliptic, shatter all illusions, reveal the realistic, sitting in the dark, holding the light marvelous, recognize the artifice, skin so carbonous, hair so antenna, I feel them from Vienna, myriad of virtues, lessons, in reptilian henna, enlightenment seekers won't find it in mainstream. Focus as a laser, stay balanced like a beam. Not even a gymnast. Whenever I flip this, as above, so below, get out when within this. Don't think I'm a slave, cause I speak in English. Drew, I'll leave the water, watch your flames get extinguished. Living in your higher, lower self is relinquished. Reputation of master teachers, call it distinguished.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gate Cemetery, February the 4th day. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law may civil literal lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. Or keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets told me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Salt Bay, repping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J. Israel. Had no but I lay in plain sight, but people still can't see it. So the snake still showing up, stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for light, the book of Genesis. Astroplane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life, finishing.
Morris Omar, key man or oracle, using Trinity powers, decipher allegorical, lost in metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic, fact slap a dirty more or a Drew Ali critic, calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved, or cut like a close shave, drowned in my brain waves, squashed by heat waves, activating Kundalini, Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini, Selassie I in exile, reptile in Genesis, Negus appearing real, all I see is false evidence. residents. VA are feminists, stomped on by elephants. Won't let go prejudice, but want Moorish benefits. When you feel the pull, magnetic resonance. Apis horns of the sacred book are maleficent. Great cosmic mothers, return to blessedness. No pestilence, ace all the testaments. Tap into remembrance, never to forget again. Use energy right, not put spell effects on men. Wandering the earth plane with no they live shades. Keeps you a mental slave as the horizon fades. It's been decades since Christian crusades. Not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets. Holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday. War ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Supreme honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Can't get enough honors, especially from the Moors, since nobody else wants to rep for him. Since nobody else wants to rep for him. They're gonna dress up like him though. They're gonna dress up like him though. They're gonna make sure to dress up like him. They're gonna make sure to dress up like him. But they're not gonna give Noble Drew Ali his honors. Why not? We've always wore turbans. Turbans always been in our culture. Please. Please. Noble Drew Ali orchestrated a lot that our people think came from somewhere else. Because what the people don't realize is that Noble Drew Ali was doing the liberation of our people soapbox, whatever, around the time when too many people weren't really doing this. They were either content with their position because European owns them, so they're gonna get their whatever they get. And then there's the ones trying to get out of here. And the ones that were here. And a sign of a liberator is that they're amongst the people. The sign of the conscious guy, the sign of whoever is the representation, the example of what a liberator is supposed to be, they have to be working in favor of, on behalf of the people. It's not about them. Noble Drew Ali always included himself with the Moors when he was talking about Moors. Noble Drew Ali always called Moors Moors. Noble Drew Ali wasn't mistakenly calling people black or well, we don't think they're gonna get what we're saying, so we'll call them black still. Noble Drew Ali wasn't playing any of that. He took a position and stood on that position against all odds, because he got kidnapped too. And he got murdered. And he had Moors around him throwing his stuff out of his own temple. Talking about they're in charge now. Go sit in his seat at the convention and say that they're in charge now. And that mentality of Moors is why you have all this madness going on right now. All these people coming out as pedophiles. All of them coming out as some LGBTQ supporter or whatever. All of them. It's being seen by everyone. And guess what? The dumbasses are still listening to these people who played them. And they don't learn. Even with pain, our people don't learn. Even with pain, our people don't learn. But we're supposed to take this to the hedges and the highways. Because even if they love pain, and even if they're not going to learn, we're still going to be here letting you know what's up. And the reason why we're still going to be here, because we know without a shadow of a doubt that there's one or two of you out there who are really resonating on this information. And if it's only one or two, and Drew Ali said, well, hey, all I gotta do is save one, then yeah, we more than did our job. We know we woke up at least one out there. And not telling them 500 for a consultation either. And being on the phone with them or being online with them for an hour, 2 hours. Because this is about the people knowing the truth about their nationality and their birthrights. Nothing's changed. Stuff just got piled up on nationality and birthrights. Now you're lost. And you're doing all type of stuff that has nothing to do with what you're really supposed to be doing. You're really supposed to be grounded or grounding. Noble Drew Ali is the man. Just like to whoever over there, they have their guy. That they have his picture on their wall and they're talking about that's their guy. Okay. That's what Noble Drew Ali is supposed to be to you. I don't care what you're thinking. If you ride with Drew Ali and then you're saying we're Moors and wearing turbans and all this stuff, and then you're saying 1,200, and then we go to your website to go register, sign up, whatever it is that we're gonna do. You even got a picture of the Prophet on your website? Not one picture on all these pages telling me about packages. Not one picture of the Prophet. Noble Drew Ali's been neglected because this is the missing key to all this stuff that you're claiming you are, and all the organizations you belong to, and all the different type of stuff you're gonna do. to play, conscious, woke, whatever. Right? Playing the game. So if you're Negro, black, colored, you're not conscious. You call yourself black, you're not conscious. You're not woke if you call yourself black. You know metaphysics what? I don't care what you know. Are you black? Yeah. You're not even. You can't even be serious. You can't even be serious. If that's your mindset. You don't have to be a hater because Juali's the man. Don't be a hater. Just give him his honors. Just like you give Shango and everybody else honors, why can't you give Noble Juali honors? You give Obatala honors, give Mahat honors. So why can't Noble Juali get his? You're giving people 5,000 volts of honors, and Juali gets nothing. And then they're getting 50 billion jolts of honors every day from you. And Juali gets nothing. And you want to know why our conditions suck as a people. Why our people can't figure this out and why they can't realize whatever. Because when Allah sends you a boat and water's up to your neck, don't talk about the guy driving the boat's a faggot and I'm not going on the boat because I don't like fags and oh, she's a dyke, so that means the boat driver's a dyke, so water's up to my neck and I'm not gonna get in the boat. You don't talk about God didn't help you. Don't talk about Allah didn't help. I've been praying for Allah to do this and they're not doing it. How come it can't happen? Shrine has nothing but ashes. He's sacrificing everything in order to get some blessings and you get nothing. You know why? Because you don't have a prophet. If you're claiming to be a nation of people, you have to have a prophet. And it can't be some guy from 2,000 years ago. You're now. There's prophets after him that people are using right now and their nations are prosperous. How come they got a prophet after him? The guy that our people are saying, oh yeah, we'll go back to ancient whatever. And then they got some guy modern that they rep hard. And the energy that they put into that individual works with them from the soul plane. They get anything they want. What are Negroes doing? Negroes worshiping owls and hawks and calling everything their prophet. Except the one that Allah sent. But every other prophet, oh yeah, that's their prophet. That's their guy that came to save them, their Messiah. And they don't even know about the organic. Because like we said, other than Noble Juali, name a prophet of the Americas. I bet you're going to tell me some tribal Indian guy. Right? I tell you, name me a prophet of the Americas, and you don't mention Noble Juali. You're going to mention some Indian sachem guy and say that's the prophet. Now, when we pull up sachem guy, and he doesn't look like you, brother, I really don't think you know what your prophet is. You really don't know who that is. Because everybody's prophet looks like the people he came to. Everyone's prophet looks like who they came to. And then when you go check everywhere in the world, you realize we've been lied to. Because there's certain places that you go when the people who they showed you on TV, when you went there, they didn't look like that. They look just like you. And then they're parading down the street one day with a big statue of Asiatic woman holding an Asiatic child. But we've been taught that they worship Jesus just like everybody else who looks like us. He's everybody's Lord and Savior who looks like us. Well, yeah, maybe on your little sitcoms or whatever. When you really go talk to people, they let you know that, yeah, you're our God. You don't got no other God than you. So the prophet's supposed to look like the individuals that they came to save, that Allah sent them to save the people. Because the people put themselves put themselves in a barrel, locked it, didn't know how to get out. You could only open from the outside. And here comes the prophet, opening the barrel for you to get out, for you to be free. And they're talking crazy. Like what don't they realize that they were given? You know, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. The people not knowing what they were given by the prophet, because they've been taught whatever from whoever about who Noble Drew Ali is. And one, all the more sold out, that's why nobody was talking about it either, when that was supposed to be the topic of discussion at all times. Egypt, the capital empire of the Dominion of Africa. Oh yeah, and all the Noble Drew Ali plagiarized the Aquarian Gospel and Levi Dowling and all that stuff. We want them to show us where this chapter is in the Aquarian Gospel, and unto thee I grant. Thank you very much. As soon as we finish this, make sure you pull up the chapter of unto thee I grant and the Aquarian Gospel that Noble Drew Ali plagiarized this from. All right, and we've asked for that before, and they always acquiesce. So we're beating the dead horse, demanding them, all the people who are saying Noble Drew Ali is a plagiarist, to show us where in the Aquarian Gospel and unto thee I grant, Rosicrucian, Levi Dowling books and all that, and let us know where this came from. Egypt, the capital empire of the Dominion of Africa. The inhabitants of Africa are the descendants of the ancient Canaanites from the land of Canaan. Old man Cush and his family are the first inhabitants of Africa who came from the land of Canaan. His father Ham and his family were second. Then came the word Ethiopia, which means the demarcation line of the dominion of Amexem, the first true and divine name of Africa. The dividing of the land between the Father and the Son. The dominion of Cush, northeast and southeast Africa, and northwest and southwest Africa was his father's dominion of Africa. In later years, many of their brethren from Asia and the Holy Lands joined them. The Moabites from the land of Moab, who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit northwest Africa. They were the founders and are the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire. With their Canaanite, Hittite, and Amorite brethren who sojourned from the land of Canaan seeking new homes. Their dominion and inhabitation extended from northeast and southwest Africa, across the great Atlantis, even unto the north, the present North, South, and Central America, and also Mexico and the Atlantis Islands, before the great earthquake which caused the great Atlantic Ocean. The river Nile was dredged and made by ancient pharaohs of Egypt in order to trade with the surrounding kingdoms. Also, the Niger River was dredged by the great pharaoh of Egypt in those ancient days for trade, and it extends eastward from the river Nile westward across the great Atlantic. It was used for trade and transportation. According to all true and divine records of the human race, there is no Negro, black, or colored race attached to the human family, because all the inhabitants of Africa were and are of the human race, descendants of the ancient Canaanite nation from the holy land of Canaan. What your ancient forefathers were, you are today without doubt or contradiction. There is no one who is able to change man from his descendant nature of his forefathers, unless his power extends beyond the great universal creator Allah himself. These holy and divine laws are from the Prophet Noble Jew Ali, the founder of the uniting of the Moorish Science Temple of America. These laws are to be strictly preserved by members of all temples of the Moorish Science Temple of America, that they would learn to open their meeting and guide it according to the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Every subordinate temple of the Grand Major Temple is to form under the covenant of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and to create their own laws and customs in conjunction with the laws of the Holy Prophet and the Grand Temple. I, the Prophet Noble Jew Ali, was sent by the great God Allah to warn all Asiatics of America to repent for their sinful ways before the great and lawful day that is sure to come. The time has come when every nation must worship under its own vine and fig tree, and every tongue must confess his own. Through sin and disobedience, every nation has suffered slavery due to the fact that they honored not the creed and principles of their forefathers. That is why the nationality of the Moors was taken away from them in 1774, and the word Negro, black, and colored was given to the Asiatics of America who were of Moorish descent, because they honored not the principles of their mother and father and strayed after the gods of Europe, whom they knew nothing. So let's look at this. Right? Let's go backwards. This is why the nationality of the Moors was taken away from them, because the word Negro, black, and colored was given to these Asiatics. So the people on this side of the hemisphere were known as Asiatics. People on that side of the hemisphere were known as Asiatics. Why? Because when we go back up to number 1, the inhabitants of Africa are the descendants of the ancient Canaanites from the land of Canaan. Old man Cush and his family are the first inhabitants of Africa who came from the land of Canaan. His father Ham and his family were second. Then came the word Ethiopia, which means the demarcation line of the dominion of Amexem, the first true and divine name of Africa, the dividing of the land between the Father and the Son. So obviously all the land was together before the dividing of the land, which Ethiopia is the line that shows the separation. So not the Asiatics of Africa, the Asiatics of America. Remember, he's talking about their descendants of Africa. Okay, well, he's talking about Asiatics of America. What is he telling you? That is one place. It was one happy family. Through sin and disobedience, every nation had suffered slavery due to the fact that they honored not the creed and principles of their forefathers. Go back up again. The dominion of Cush, northeast and southeast Africa, and northwest and southwest was his father's dominion of Africa. In later years, many of their brethren from Asia and the Holy Lands, not Holy Land. Where were these Holy Lands at? If brethren are coming from Asia and the Holy Lands, the Moabites from the land of Moab, who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit northwest Africa, they were the founders and are the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire, with their Canaanite, Hittite, and Amorite brethren who sojourned from the land of Canaan seeking new homes. Their dominion and inhabitation extended from northeast and southwest Africa across Great Atlantis, even onto the present North, South, and Central America, and also Mexico and the Atlantis Islands before the great earthquake which caused the great Atlantic Ocean. Why was there the earthquake? Because the people were sinners. Why was there ice age? Because the people were sinners. Why was there any type of destruction to the planet? Because the people were sinners. So because they were sinners, they got judgment for that. The judgment is what separated the land. Now these dummies talking about over there and over here as if it's not the same place, when it's finding parts of both places under each other. Obviously it's one place, and all the people are one people, and the cradle of civilization ain't no one place. The whole thing is the cradle of civilization. Everywhere where anybody was, and anybody during that time definitely looked like Asiatics. Definitely looked like Asiatics. Go back again. The time has come when every nation must worship under its own vine and fig tree, and every tongue must confess his own. So now that we got the nationality back now, every tongue must confess his own and worship under your own vine and fig tree, which is the nationality that Noble Drew Ali brought back and put into the hands of all these Moors. And they were supposed to take it and then do the same way they got it. They're supposed to give it up. But people want to jump in Noble Drew Ali's seat and claim that they're the founders. People want to take the sign down and call themselves Prophet Noble Drew Ali and put up a new sign and say that this is what we're doing now. Every subordinate temple of the Grand Major Temple is to form under the covenant of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Oh, so that's not just principles. So you have the Holy Covenant of the Asiatic nations. You have that. And then you have the covenant of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And a lot of times they only tell you about Holy Covenant, chapter 29, and that's it, right? They don't tell you about the covenant of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That if Noble Drew Ali said that's the law, then how come they're not talking about that covenant? Why don't they leave these principles out and just leave it at principles, as if it's not more than principles? And to create their own laws and customs in conjunctions with the laws of the Holy Prophet and the Grand Temple. So if the Grand Temple is passive, then what would happen to the laws and customs that the Moors were supposed to create to have their own? Probably wouldn't happen, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, it hasn't happened, hasn't it? You wonder why? You still confused? You still don't get that they played you out your birthright? That's why you're suffering right now. Because you're own. These laws are to be strictly preserved by the members of all temples of the Moorish Science Temple of America, that they would learn to open their meeting and guide it according to the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. These holy and divine laws are from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the uniting of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No, the uniting of it? Why would it be the uniting of it? Obviously they were traitors. Why would it have to be united if he's the prophet and all the temples got his charter with his signature on it? Why would there be no unity amongst the temples that Prophet Noble Drew Ali has to be uniting them? There is no one who is able to change man from the descendant nature of his forefathers, unless his power extends beyond the great universal creator Allah himself. So no one could make you not be a Moor. No one could let you not be a Moor. If someone can let you be something else other than a Moor, then that means you're saying that their hands extend farther than Allah's. And if their hand extends farther than Allah's hands, then who do you think your God is now? And then obviously, his hands are right there. Obviously, his hands don't extend farther than, like, his hands are right there. You can see his hands. What your ancient forefathers were, you are today without doubt or contradiction. What your forefathers were, you are today without doubt or contradiction. So the question you have to ask yourself is what were your ancient forefathers and foremothers? What were they? Because if you tell me that they were anything past the Moorish rule in the world, you're playing games. Because you can't go past Moorish rule into any history, because Moorish rule is every history before it. Moorish rule is the culmination of every history before it. Whether it's still around, whether it fell. Everything that was before the Moors ruling the world is directly related to the Moors. That's why he said without doubt or contradiction, because there's nothing else that you could be. Because that's the last time that you ran the joint. Egyptians running nothing in 800, 900s, 1200s, 1100s. Egyptians running anything. Cushites running anything. Sumerians or nothing like that. Phoenicians. Phoenicians running anything. Those are the Moors. All the ancient names that our people call themselves, their modern name is Moors. Our people like to attach to the ancient name as if they're going to pull some name from back there, bring it today, present it to these people, and they're going to go with it. Why would they go with it? Why would they go with your whatever from 5 million years ago? They'll probably 730 you and put you in the madhouse for the rest of your existence. That's what they might do. Because you're talking crazy. You don't have to talk crazy. So Drew Ali laid out what you're going to need to save yourself, laid out your covenant, laid out who your ancestors were, laid out the jurisdiction of your ancestors, put that in your holy book, which makes that the quote-unquote title to the vast estate. Because our ancient foremothers and forefathers put the stuff in the holy book. They didn't go file it down at the office of whoever. They put it in the holy book. They put it in the holy book. And that's what he did. We're telling you about the Moroccan Empire and their dominion and habitation extended from over here to over there. That's the deed of trust. And it's in the holy book. That's how he was able to do it. so that you could claim it today, 2021. You can claim you're a Moor, go to court, and they dismiss the stuff. But what about Rise of the Moors? Look what happened to them. Have they stopped saying that they're Moors? Oh, they're still saying they're Moors, right? Just like if Japanese gets kidnapped, then he's gonna stand on what he knows that he is, right? Regardless of what they're doing, right? Oh, okay. All right. Problem with the people is that they have doubt when they're not supposed to have any, and they wouldn't have any if they had a prophet. Because prophet said without doubt or contradiction. Without doubt or contradiction. So why is there doubt? These holy and divine laws are from the prophet. And the laws are to be strictly preserved. Not because of some cultic idea or something. Because you don't have any other options. These people are strange fruit. You're hanging on the trees. They're eating your penises and vulvas for dinner. You're a delectable Negro to these people. What do you mean you're African, whatever? If you're African, you're food. If you don't have a nationality around these people, you're food. Whether it's spiritual food, whether it's emotional food, whether it's physical food, kidnap you and take your organs or whatever like that, it's food. And vampires will feed. But they're only going to feed on the people who's not going to take their head. The people who don't have garlic bullets, they're going to feed on them. So recognize what he did. Recognize that Noble Drew Ali defanged all these vampires so they can't suck you. Because if they do suck you, they're going to just be giving their energy to you. So they rather leave you alone than go bug somebody who's worth wasting their time. Give honors to all the Moors worldwide. Oh yeah. Let's see if this thing. Where these Moors went yet? These Moors went yet? Hours ago. 3 hours ago. Oh. We in the chat. Islam Moors. I don't know if it's going on still, but we're over here. Grata Memorum Motorum album. Moors going in always. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Peace and love to all the Moors. Oh. We could do it this.
All right.
Islam.
Islam.
What you saying?
I didn't know y'all was going over there. Like, I'm gonna just go live then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you just hit it up. I was just passing time because I saw your thing at 6:30.
Oh, when
So
I seen
just
you
pass
going
it.
live, though, I'm like, damn, Kucha going live. So I fell back.
No, I've been on. We've just been waiting till
Oh, all right.
6:30.
I'm about to set it up right now.
Yeah, we'll be over there.
right.
Islam, what? Right? So just jump over on Hellfire. Brother Kasir. Get on there, subscribe. More's about to go in. Islam to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the mothers. Supreme honors to all the mothers. And we give honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We give honors. We give honors to the Prophet for not plagiarizing the Aquarian Gospel and unto the day I grant. And studying and presenting us information for us to save ourselves. We give honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We really give honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So we're about to jump over to Brother Kasir's YouTube. If you're free, we'll be over there. Honors to the Prophet once again. Islam to all the Moors worldwide. Every single corner. Every single corner. If it's a corner, that means it's not flat. Peace and love, Moors. Islam.